Hey everybody, welcome to another round of Canje Plays, and so I'm trying something new today. If you notice that I look a little bit clearer than usual, you get to see me a little bit clearer. So hopefully that's panning out. I tried a little bit of different. Once again, always improving the channel. So I tried something a little different to see if it'll work, and I shifted some stuff around the room, and now usually my chat window is over here, so whenever I look this way I see you talking. Now it's over here, so if you see me look this way, it's me reading what you're writing in the chat. So anyway, just always trying to improve and do stuff. Hopefully this is I mean, how can you handsome face and whatnot, but hopefully you can see me a lot clearer than you have been before. That's the thing. But anyway, we're here to present to you, we, meaning me, here to present to you Shovel Knight Dungeon Duels by Panda Cult Games. If you have not heard of Panda Cult Games, they've made another game called A Cult of Barnacle Bay, which is, I have it, it's been sitting on my shelf of opportunity for like 3 years now, but it's a way for you to play. It's very kid friendly and very approachable style of game. So hopefully you'll enjoy that playthrough. Before I begin, I just want to say thank you to my patrons, YouTube subscribers, and if you're neither, just coming in and hang out, thank you and welcome as well. I do want to declare right now that this is a review copy that I received from Panda Cult Games. I did not pay for what I have, but I will showcase what you get if you get the game. It's already been released. It's, if you go on their website, you can see it in the store and be able to pick it up. And the game comes with standees, but if you pay extra, you will get minis with them. I have the minis. I painted some of them. You've seen me paint them before on previous streams of me trying to paint it all up, but I wanted to get it to the table to showcase what it looks like. Hey Steve, what's going on? I know nothing of this game. I know nothing of this game. Looking forward to your playthrough and thoughts. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Dirty Danchez, what's up? I saw it once and considered picking it up because of how much I love the video game, but I passed on it because I never hear anything about it. Clearer and more beautiful. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so it's just trying out different stuff to improve the channel, improve viewership, and seeing how the stuff goes. Huge thanks to all these people here who help. It's equipment I had. It's just me tinkering with settings, but that's all made possible by these people here, and I want to thank them so much for everything that they've done. Like I said, so how this game plays is it's a point chase game where the person with the highest amount of coins wins. This game can be played solo, it can be played co-op, and it can be played competitive. I think the designers had the mind of this to be played competitive. However, the co-op and solo modes work just fine. They're not bolt-ons, because with co-op, you're just not gonna screw each other over and then whoever has the highest coins wins, but you still have to fight a boss, you still have to get through the dungeon, so you can play this game co-op, never competitive, and you'll be fine, right? Or you could play this game solo, which is what I'm going to showcase today, and you'll see the solo mode of this. Elaine, what's going on? Hey, I have to go to my Japanese class, but we'll watch later. Have fun. Thanks, Elaine. Thank you so much. All right, so I think I've gotten through that. Let's go ahead and get down to the table and take a look at the game. Okay, you'll see sunlight because time shift, sun has not set, deal with it. Anyway, this is kind of the game board setup. I will be playing the Blue Shovel Knight, that's who I'll be playing, and we'll be taking on King Knight. Okay, so if you've ever played it, I've painted King Knight, so this is me. I did it myself. So I painted King Knight, that myself, and that's on my Instagram for the other ones that I've painted. That's on there, so you can go check those out to see. But it's purple because, and I didn't paint the bottom because I left it purple, because you can play as King Knight as a Shovel Knight later on, and you could do that easily by taking this card and flipping it over, and that's King Knight's card for if you're going to play him as a playable character. Almost all the villains in this game can be played as playable characters, almost all of them, and there is an expansion of more villains that can be played as knights, or you could go against them as villains in the game. No. Just like the video game. Yeah, yeah. So this game is interesting because this is a side scroller. I think this game came out before Anastyr, so don't think that they took it from Anastyr. I think it's the other way around. But this game is a side scroller. As the rounds progress, the game moves. You are going to die a lot in this game, and you need to be okay with it. If you play co-op or competitive, you have infinite number of lives, which means you can play. You'll just restart at the back of the board, and then you got to go through everything. If you play solo, you have 3 lives basically. So like the video, well, not like the video game, but in the video game you have infinite lives. In this game on solo, you have 3 lives. So that means that when my health gets knocked down from 5 to 0, that's 1 life, and then I have 2 more lives after that, and then game over. You have to start over, and that's it. So you have these 4 different sets of things that are here, which are curios, arcana, relic, and heirlooms. Anytime you find treasure, you get to randomly pick one from those decks, and then you could either use the item itself, or you can use the whatever type it is when you flip the card over, or on the opposite side, you get to view here. If you ever die, you get a free relic. There is equipment in this game, because what knight is a knight without their equipment? You have to find the chest. I hate saying his name because it has a different connotation from where I grew up, but Chester, the merchant. It's very hard for me to say that name without laughing. But Chester the merchant, if you find him, you can spend. This game has some weird nuance to it, right? But you can, if you find him, you have to spend 1 coin, and then you can gain an equipment card. If you spend 2 more coins, you can gain another equipment card. And if you spend 3 more coins, you gain another equipment card. So for every piece of equipment you have, it's plus 1 more coin to buy it. You have your enemy stats that you're going to be playing. Any one of them can show up to make your day terrible. No, I won't do it. I won't do it, Dan. I won't do it. But it's funny. Spawn cards for when enemies come out. You'll be rolling dice. And on the dice, you'll have successes on attacks. You'll have successes on jumps. You'll have successes on blocks. And the different variations of that are on these dice. So I'm going to be rolling dice. These are not no-fail dice, because if I try to jump and I don't roll any jump symbols, I'm dead man. Okay? So I fall into the pit and I die. So let's take a look at my knight. Ooh, wrong card. Ah! Go back to table. Wrong thing. Wrong thing. Wrong lever. All right, so here is, and I've done some improvements on this as well. So hopefully you can see this a lot clearer, and it's more stretched out for you to see what's going on. So this is blue Shovel Knight. There is green Shovel Knight, red Shovel Knight, and yellow Shovel Knight, I believe, that you'll start with. They'll start with 5 health. This says their attack means I will roll 3 dice. That's what that 3 is for. And if I roll any shovels on those 3 dice are considered hits. So you can hit a lot, you can hit a little, you can hit none. Rolling dice. You're in for a treat. Defense is the same. I get to, being attacked, I get to roll defense dice. So I'm responding to the game because they're doing stuff to me, and then they'll respond to me. Some enemy stats will respond to me, and I'll show that to you in a second. If I want to jump over a pit of spikes, I'm going to roll 2 dice, and for those jump symbols, that will let me know how far I will make it. Woo! All right. I also come with a special move called Strike the Earth. So if I spend 1 coin, I can roll a cascading attack on an enemy in your space. I'll tell you what. Well, it tells you what it means. If you cause a wound, you may move 1 space and choose to continue the cascading attack on an enemy. What cascading attack means is my attack is 3 dice. When I roll 3 dice, if I cause a wound to that creature, I can then move 1 space to another creature, and I roll 1 less die, and I keep doing it until I run out of dice. So basically, I can make 3 attacks with the spend of 1 coin. That's what this means. Okay, makes sense? Makes sense. Yeah, if you take on Shovel Knight as a boss, it'll be a bad thing. But that's what this means. You have accessory slots and you have armor slots. There are 2 types of accessories. You can only have 1 of each type in an accessory slot. And there are 2 types of armors. You can only have 1 of each type in an armor slot. And I believe it's armor and cloak. So you can't have 2 armors and you can't have 2 cloaks, but you can have 1 armor and 1 cloak, if that makes sense. It's the same thing with the accessories. You can fill up this with different types of accessories, and same over here. So in total, you can have 6 things equipped. If you're playing for that in total, you can have 6 things equipped, and you can do that up. Make sense? Cool. All right. Let's take a look at our enemy sheet. So our enemy stats, it's all here. It's all broken down, right? So basically, Propeller Rat, there's Wisdom M, Blonde, Bone Clang, Gold Armor, the Hoverhaft, and the Liquid Samurai. So this is their health. This is how much they attack you for. If they defend, that's how much dice you will have to roll for them to see if they block your attack. And if you defeat them, this is what you get. Some of them have abilities. Some of them say melee, but one of them says ranged, right? So if it's melee, they have to be in your space to attack you. If it's ranged, they just have to be line of sight anywhere on the board. And line of sight is orthogonal. So if they orthogonally have line of sight against you, they can attack you anywhere on the board. Okay? So this is their stats. Okay, let me see if there's anything else I need to zoom in on. We will be taking on the King Knight. It's a boss fight. So if we get through what we need to, he has 15 health. He'll be attacking for 2. He'll defend for 2. And when you're in solo mode, you do not use his special ability. So this is considered blank in solo. But when you're not playing solo, if you're playing co-op or competitive, that thing happens to you. So this is the tracker to track down his health all the way to 0. If you beat him, you win. That's how it goes. How the boss operates is he has an AI deck of how he operates. So he will do his AI stuff to beat the crap out of you. How we set up this game, and one of the things I need to show you about the boss, sorry, one more time, is if you look at the border of the boss AI card, that will tell you the location that you'll be shuffling in. So for him, you're going to grab the 5 cards and make sure that the arrow's pointing up, but you're going to grab the 5 locations. You're going to give them a nice shuffle. And then these will be the bottom of you getting to him. Then you grab the 4 location cards. It says 5, but it's 4 because the 5th one's the start location. And you shuffle these up and then stack those on top. And that is what you have to get through to get to the boss fight, okay? This says, you see that says start on it. Makes sense, that's where it's gonna start. Then you just slide in the top 3. 1, 2, 3. And make sure that the arrows are pointing up to say this is how the board is set up. You then populate the board. First you have to get these tokens, which are what you get to dig up, right? Shovel Knight-like stuff. And you put them in a checker pattern starting from this start side going forward. And you just continue that pattern as you play. So it just goes like that, right? Next thing you do is you have to spawn enemies. So everywhere there is a skull, that you see a skull, you need to spawn enemies. You go to the spawn deck, give them a shuffle. I'm setting up the game because we're going to start playing. And you get to do all this before you say where you're going to start. So you shuffle it up. And then you just draw the top card to see what enemies are going to spawn. So this first spawn enemy is going to be a Wisdom. So you're going to go. And I've painted some of these as well. Good lord. Put this over here. I painted some of these as well. So you're going to grab a Wisdom. And you start at the back. And you put them up. So 1 there. Then you draw the next card, Well, it's a hover shaft and a liquid samurai. Do not track me, game. Liquid samurai and the hover shaft. Yeah, it's tracking me. I turned that off and it's still tracking me. Okay. So that'll go here and here. The next enemy is going to spawn there, so you flip that over. A propeller rat and a wisdom. So a propeller rat and a wisdom. And then paint those. And then 2 more to go. We flip that over. This is gonna really hurt. This is really gonna hurt. Let's see, we got 2 of these, and if you run out of minis, that's okay. When the board moves, people will die. So we'll do that. So we'll have 2 here, and then finally 1 more spawn. Oh my god, this game is gonna be impossible. A gold armor. You're going to die a lot in this game, and that just needs to be okay. A gold armor. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Papa Porter. How's it going? Hey, Brian. Hey, Matt. What's up? What's up? Okay. So it's all set up. Don't judge me for gray plastic. It's all set up. So the game's all set up and ready for you to play. So you take your Shovel Knight. Mine will be Blue Knight. And you get to determine where you're going to start. So I'm going to start here. Yeah, that might be... Ooh, that might not be a good place to start. I'm going to start here. He's still going to be able to attack me, but we'll see how it goes. What do they do? It moves 2 spaces per turn. Now they have 3 health. That's stupid. They have 4 health. This is just awful. Let's take on the 3 healthers. Let's see how we're going to do. Just button mash. All right, so we'll start up there, and then the game begins. The game's played over a series of rounds where you will have 3 actions that you can do. You can move, you can attack, you can jump, and you can trade. You can chop. All that other good stuff. So first things first is I'm going to take my first action, and I'm going to move into this location. The locations, the max you can have in a location is 4. So if there are 4 creatures already there, you cannot move into the location. If there are, you shouldn't have to spawn anything more than that. You just have to find another way around. Like, for instance, I could start here, and I could jump. That actually might not be a bad idea. Oh yeah, we're going to fail this early. I'm going to start here instead. Let's retcon that. So my first action is I'm going to jump over this pit. Oh boy. So I'm going to roll 2 dice, and I need, because I need 2 up arrows. So one jump, another jump to land there. Oh boy. Let's do it. This is going to be great. Let's do it. So I got 1 up arrow and 2 shovels, which means I jumped and I fell into the pit. And I died. When you die, you lose half of your coins rounded up into that locale. And then you just... And since that ended my life, that took away 1 of mine, and then I restart. On solo mode, that's what it is. The game only responds after you finish. But that was my first action. Oh, and you get to place yourself wherever you want along the start. So that was my first action. Oh my god. Let's make this a quick game, because this is stupid. My second action, we're going to do it again. You're going to die a lot. There we go. So my second action, I got 2 jumps. So 1, and I do get to pick up my money. And 2, I land here. And as soon as you land there, you flip. The first thing you do is, if there's one of these, you flip these over. And it's treasure. So I gain. Oh, and when I died, I was supposed to get a lost relic card, a loot relic card. So I landed here, and because I flipped it over as treasure, so I get to choose from one of these treasures of what I want. I'm gonna grab a curio, and the curio has two. You can move in the fight, but you need two. You need two jumps to make it over the pit. So, loot card curio. So either discard to force rival players to re-roll their last. This is if you're playing competitive, or you have this, which is a barrier lantern. So cast a reflective light shield. Can be played out of turn, reflect an attack or a relic card back to the attacker. So this is really good to have because if I get attacked, I won't die. So that is my one-time burn, lovely, lovely card that I have. So as my second action to jump over the pit again, and then my third action is I'm going to attack. Now my attack needs to be determined on. I need to say who I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna attack the Wisdom. So my attack is 3 dice. So I get to roll 3 blue dice, and every shovel is a hit. So I got 1, 2, 3, a shield, and a jump. Well, if we look at their stat sheet, they don't block anything, so they just took 3 damage, and they died. They're dead. So I'll put them to the side. When you kill them, you automatically gain... This rulebook is just in my way. You automatically gain 1 coin when you kill them. So that was my third action, right? Cool, cool, cool. At the end of my turn, now that you've seen it happen, at the end of my turn, all the enemies will move 1 space towards me, but not the liquid samurais. They move 2 spaces towards me. And oh yes, they can jump over pits. So with a 1 space, they couldn't get to me. They'd be stuck. But with a 2 space, oh, not a problem. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and they could jump orthogonally. You don't get the 3 coins. What do you see 3 coins? I don't see where you're saying 3 coins. You don't get the 3 coins, their card says. Oh, yes, and I do get the 3 coins. Thank you. And when you kill them, I get the 3 coins. Yep. There's a lot of stuff going on. Yes, correct. I'm supposed to get the 3 coins from killing them. Yep. So they come in. This thing's not going to move because it can hit me. And they only move 1. So they would move here and here. And then this guy pushes heroes. Okay, but you can only move 1, so you'll move here. After they all move, the creatures that can attack you will attack you. Well, I'm going to play this out of turn to do a barrier lantern shield. Discard this. To can be played out of turn, reflect an attack, or a relic card back to the attacker. So we're going to do that, and this will go into discard to play that. And I will play it for... It says I could play it out of turn, so let's see how bad I'm going to get hit first. Let's talk about the Liquid Samurais attacking me. There's 2 of them. So I rolled 2 defense dice. I blocked 1. I'll take that hit, going down to 4. The next one's going to hit me. I'm going to use the reflective on that to hit you back for 2. So he takes 2 damage. Then the propeller rat's going to hit me for 1. I get to try to block. I take another damage. And this is how you just tick it down. And then the Wisdom's going to attack me for 2. Good lord. So I'm down to 1 health. Awesome, because I can't play. Yeah, correct, Dirty Danchez. I get 1 for killing them plus what they're worth. Correct. Okay, so after they've done all their turns, we will discard this part. Slide to the left. Put the new one in. Continue on with, it would go here and here. And then if there are any enemies to spawn, we would spawn them, but there aren't any. And then turn begins again. So, I can move out of their space. I don't have to fight them. I can just run away. There's no attack of opportunity or anything. So I should be good to move away if I want. My job is not to whittle them down, honestly. It's to run away. They get to move 2, so I probably should move 1, kill this guy, and then try to jump. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm going to move 1. Attack that guy for 3. He has no shield. So he has 3 health. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3. Suck gas, evildoer. So he's dead. And I gain a coin for killing him, and then I gain 4 coins for beating him. So I got a lot of money. I should have done the cascading attack, but I didn't. I didn't do it. He will kill me, because he will push me into an obstacle. So I would love to come and get to this to buy some stuff, but I can't. Instead, I'm going to play this, and I have to do this before I roll. I'm going to say, discard to gain +2 successes on your next dice roll. And I'm going to try to jump. So I already have the 2 successes I need to move. Yep, and I needed them. 1, 2. So that was my turn. This is discarded. And that ends my turn. That was 1, 2, 3. Move, attack, move. I have a lot of money, which is good. But I have 1 life left and 1 more life to go. So that'll end my turn. So these guys will move 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. You're the one with 2 health. You'll move 1. You're in range, damn it. You'll move 1, and they'll move 1. This Wisdom's in range to attack me for 2. Uh-oh. I blocked 1, so I died. So I died. I then spend my last life to stand my behind back up, gain back 5 health, keep it moving. So we will slide this out. These are discarded. This is out. Push, 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 push. Push, push, push. All right. So now that we have this here, these are walls. Yay. Oh, there's a guy here. So you cannot cross through walls. If I want to get to here and go that path, I have to come down and then go over. Otherwise, I have to go straight. So let's let's continue on the loot train here. Here and here. And I died, so I was supposed to get one of these. Alright, so I think for my first action, I'm going to move down. So I'm going to spend this to get 2 successes. I'm going to try to jump. I don't need to die. I'm on my last leg. 1, 2. And when you jump over, you flip this always. So I gain 3 money, basically. Then I land there, and I'm going to spend an action to spend 1 coin to get... And you draw the top 3 cards of the equipment pile, and you pick which one you're going to get. So you'll get... I get either... I get either a charge handle, which is an accessory. A cloak, and that'll cost me 1 coin. And another one which says +1 attack, 1 per night. I think I'm going to get both of those. So how this works is I'm going to spend 1 coin for the cloak, and then I could spend 2 coins for the accessory. If I wanted the third one, I would have to spend 3 coins for it, but this one is discarded because it's already... I could actually equip both accessories. I could do it. Oh, it said max 1 per night, so I can't do it. All right. So that is what I get. So this will get discarded. I get to equip this, which gives me +2 life. So I go to 6. I'm at 7 health now. Yeah. And this is going to get equipped in my accessory slot. That lets me, when I'm attacking, I get to roll more dice. And those are spent. So that was my second action. My third action is going to be to move here. Flip this over. And I forgot what that is. I did forget what that is. I gotta look that up. That is... because I've only run into treasure chests since I've been playing, so that's a new one for me. Shovel Knight moves into space with treasure. The flip over of the token and it reveals a treasure chest. The player may then draw a loot card from the top of any loot deck, and then discard the treasure amount token. Okay. Oh, okay. It's a it's a treasure, so I get the pick. So I'll pick an heirloom. And this heirloom says, each heirloom in your hand is worth 5 gold at the end of the game, so that's if you're playing competitive for point chase. But what we got's a bubble frog. When you use a frog to envelop yourself in a bubble, allowing you to float, freely move past all obstacles and walls this turn. So I can move through walls. There you go. So that was my third action, and this goes away. All right, so my third action, you'll move 1, you'll move 1, you'll move 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and 1. No one can attack me, thank the maker. So we'll discard this. Slide this over. Slide this in. And an enemy's going to spawn there because that's the way my life has been. So, what enemy's spawning? Damn it. Right, so we'll have a Bone Clang and another Wisdom. Cool. I could buy more stuff, and I think I will. Because I could buy move attack, or I can move attack. You can't move in there, but you will later, and you'll have line of sight to me. Ooh. I can go up here. That wall will block me from you attacking me. I'm going to move. Attack. Which I'm going to roll 3 dice, and I'm going to attack the Wisdom. Oh, wait a minute. I can bypass obstacles. I can move, do Bubble Frog, and just move up, but he'll still be able to attack me. So let's do this. I'm going to move, attack. Let's gain 2 successes on that because I want him dead. I just need 1 shovel. I just need 1 shovel. But no. I just get the 2 successes. And then I have to kill him because he's going to range attack me to death. So let's attack him 1 more time. Oh, I get +1 more attack. Sorry. Nope. Because of the charge handle. I was supposed to get +1 max, +1 attack. So now, I couldn't do it in 4 dice previously. Can I do it now? Yes, I rolled 1, which was enough to kill him. So they die. I gain a coin, and then I gain 3 coins. That was my 3 actions. Move, attack. So, you're not going to move. You'll move 1, you'll move 1, you'll move 1, 2. You'll move 1, and oh look, you have range. So I need to block that. Just give me 1 shield. 1 shield, that's all I need. I got 2. 2 shields. No damage. Awesome. So then, these are going to die because they fall off the board. The board slides away from them. So that Wisdom's been kind of like pinging me. And this comes in. And then we continue on with here. No enemies to spawn. We got 2 more before we get to the boss fight. Ooh, I could do the bubble for... I could jump here. And then this can't get to me. There's a wall there. They can't get to me because they can't hop across. So I'll be safe here. Ooh, I think methinks you're going to do this. All right. So let's use the bubble frog. Use a frog to envelop yourself in a bubble, allowing you to float. Freely move past all obstacles and walls this turn. So let's go ahead and move it. So I'm trying to go I'll try to jump this way. And that's okay. I can freely move. So even if I miss, I don't die because I'm in a bubble for the entire turn. So, oh, I didn't have to roll. I didn't have to jump. I could just move. So that'll be 1. Get a treasure. I'll gain a relic. I didn't have to jump. Ride over hazards and reach higher places. Hop on and hold on. Basically, fly 3 spaces, push all models in path out of the way. That sounds fun. So that's 1. 2 movement. And I think that'll do. So I think that will do it. So that's 1 movement, 2 movement. I've used the bubble frog. It's gone. And that ends my turn. You can't get to me, so you're going to move here, hoping for another. You can't get to me, so you'll move here. Y'all will move here. And then the rest of this... Oop, nope, you get this card over here. Falls off. And you'll shift this. I might be able to make it to this boss fight. I've never made it to the boss fight, just to let you know. I've died all the time. Alright, so grab these 2. I'm just going to go here and here. Spawn. Why does this game hate me? And you. Oh, there's a wall! No! What did I summon? One of those and the propeller butthead guy. Oh my gosh. All right. This is how I die. This is how I die. You see that? That's a wall. I can't go through walls. Well, it says ride over hazards and reach higher places. Fly 3 spaces, push all models in your path. Ooh, I can get around. But in this case, I would have to go back and then come back around. But I have mobile gear where I can push these into this pit, kill them. But the wisdoms are going to punch me. So the only paths around here are I gotta go 1, 2, 3, and I could push all of them into the pit, and that would be... This is not an action, I don't think. Let me check. I don't think that's an action to use a card. If a knight ever finds a treasure chest from a treasure mound, then the knight instantly draws 1 card. Da, 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 da. And this book is ridiculous. It's 58 pages. It doesn't need to be 58 pages. It's just filled with examples. It's trying to be as clear as possible to its detriment. Let's see. Using a card. Discard. Okay, this is a relic. Discard a relic to gain 2 automatic success on the next round. There are 4 types. I do not believe this is an action to do. Using a loot card. Unlike actions, players may use any amount of loot cards during their turn as free actions. I knew it. So let's do the mobile gear. So I'm gonna do fly 3 spaces, push all models in path. 1, 2. Oh no, you're going to the pit. Bye. Now, they weren't defeated by me, so they died. So they just go off the board. So that's 2. And 3, which would push you in this direction. And I get to flip that. 2 coins. Okay. Well, if I wanted to move, I would have to jump. And that's never a good thing for me, if you've noticed my track record of movement. Because if you notice the green walls that are here, I would have to move here, here. So I'd have to jump, which means I'd have to risk it to do that. It's a good idea what you're thinking, but I would have to risk it to do that, which would be bad news for me. So I still have 2 more actions. Let's go get some equipment, shall we? Well, sorry, 3 actions. So let's go get some equipment. The wisdoms are bad. This guy's going to move 2 spaces, so I need to be away from him. And you're going to push me if you're ever in my space. And you would, and that's what this thing would do. So I could do 1, 2, and attack this guy. But then I die when the board advances. So what to do, what to do? No matter what, I'm going to suffer. Well, good luck. Ooh, cascading attack. Yes, yes. Move 1, and then we're going to cascade attack. So I'm going to spend 1 coin to cascade attack. I get to roll 4 dice, and I'm going to attack a wisdom. Just please be 3. 1, 2. Come on. I can't see this one. Is it a 3? No, it's not. So I put 2 damage on the wisdom, on this wisdom, and then I roll 3 dice on cascading attack to the next wisdom. That's 2 damage because, yay. And then I roll 2 more on the bone clang. 2 damage. So I actually kill something. Good job. Good job. Good job. So that's 1 for killing it, and then 2 for that. Awesome. 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 All right. So you're going to move here. This is full because there's 4 characters here, so he can't move in to hit me. He can't hit me. He's not ranged. He's melee. These, however, are going to have a good time. So we're going to roll 2 defense for each. So the Liquid Samurai goes... Oh, and then you move here. The Liquid Samurai goes first. I rolled 2 shields. You're attacking for 2. I blocked it all. Yeah. All right. So then it is the Wisdom's turn. They're attacking for 2. All right. So I'm gonna take 2. 1, 2. Then the other Wisdom's turn. You know, you get excited about blocking an attack. And this is what happens. No, it was 1 action. I moved. I hovered. Oh, you're right. I didn't do the other cascading action. You're right. You're right. Let's retcon that. I might still have my health back. So I'll roll 4 again. Let's see if we can kill him. You're right. That's called can't get it done. So nothing has changed in the board state. All I had to do is roll 1 hit. 1. Nothing has changed in the board state. Okay. So we resume. So this will come here. This will slide over. And then this will come in. All right. The last tile is important. And we'll talk about that. Let me set it up. And then we got to spawn. All right, so a gold dude and a wisdom. Gold dude and a wisdom. And then 2 propeller rats. Oh, look. The easier creatures are at the bottom of the board. 1 freaking shuffle. Okay. Here's the important part of what's happening. There's a wall here, so that's not fun. However, if I can make it off this tile... Right? If I can make it off this tile, I'm done. And I go to the boss fight. I just have to make it off this tile. Which is 3 actions. 1, 2, 3, I'm off. However, so I made it. but just barely. So let's go ahead and move and get the heck out of here. So 1, flip, treasure. I'm gonna grab let's grab an Arcana card. Let's see what we're looking at. So it says discard to reroll all dice after a single roll, or I could do the bait bomb. Toss into a sparkling pit and see what flies up. Ranged. Throw into a spike pit and gain all treasure in that pit. So I'm probably just going to use it for this, to reroll. So you have to declare when you get it. So that's 1, 2, and 3, and I'm off the board. They cannot affect me anymore, and you're done. When this is done, because this is a quick game to play, when this is done, you clear the board. You skip their turn because they can't do anything. And your death will come from lots of pits. And then you remove this board out of there. This board gets removed. And you bring in the boss board. Right? When the boss board comes in, you place yourself on the starting area on this side, wherever you're going to place, and the boss places themselves on this side against you. So I'll start here. All right, so we shuffle up. We shuffle up the boss AI deck. We get the boss ready. It's us versus the boss with 3 health left. Can we do it? All right, King Knight. I'm gonna do 1. I don't know what to do. 2. And I'll forgo my last action. I don't. He's about to do something, so let's find out what he's gonna do. So basically, Decadent Dandy, he is going to, basically what this says is he's going to attack everyone in this zone and then end his turn here. Crap. So I'm not in that zone, so I won't take any damage. I'm in the clear. But he ends his turn there. This is how it goes. I'll move. If he moves down here, I'm just going to be pissed. 1, 2, just in case he ends up back here, and that'll end my turn. His turn. So he's going to attack everyone here and move here. I can't get to this dude. I'll do 1, 2 up here and end my turn. I know I have a third, but I'm waiting. So he's going to end here. Oh, good grief. 1, 2, 3. And he's going to hit that line and come up here. I cannot get to this guy. 1. So in one player, you see how this is kind of mundane, but imagine this in multiplayer, in like 4 players where there's knights everywhere. Then it's his turn. So he is going to hit me, and he'll end this turn here. So when he hits me, I have to save. So he's hitting me for 2 attack. I need to roll defense. I roll 2 shields, so I block them all. However, when he hits me, I drop a coin. All right. So, and usually what happens when he hits you, he knocks you down, but we're not playing with those rules in solo. But in variant, you'll have to spend an action to get up. But in solo rules, you don't get knocked down because you'll be like, oh, I'm knocked down. I got up. 1, I'm knocked down. I get up. When you're already chasing them around the board. So I'll move 1 to move here. Let it begin. So I will attack you. One. He has a shield defense of 2. What do you think he's going to roll? Yep, there it is. So that's my first attack. My second attack. 1, 2. And he has a shield defense of 2. Cool. His turn. He'll attack here, here, and move here. So my turn. Let's do it. 1. Good Lord. All right, better. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. Does he attack in his zone before he moves? Sorry. I wonder if he attack. Let me check. I gotta double check this rule. See if he attacks in his zone before he moves. After all dungeon tiles have been played, shuffle off the board. I'll start there. The boss starts there. Boss activation. Bosses don't activate like enemies, but instead they follow their base AI deck, which allows them to attack the knights in unique and often devastating ways. Okay, so he doesn't. He doesn't. Okay. All right, I played it right. I played it right. So I hit him for 4. He gets to try to block for 2. So he blocks 2 and he takes 2 damage. So he goes down to 13 health. And that was my first attack against him. My second attack. 2, 4, 5. Come on, what you got, kid? You got nothing. Then his turn. He doesn't hit me. He does the checkerboard pattern, and he lands there. All right, so I'll do 1, 2, and I'll end 3. He heal. The next checkerboard pattern, and I'm in the right place where he doesn't hit me, and he lands right there. Oh, even better. Then you reshuffle these. So I'll move here, and I'll attack him for 4. Dude, I gotta pull these out because I can't. Y'all can see them, but I can't. So that's 3. Well, that's easy for him to block, right? Oh, he didn't block any, so he took 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, so he goes down to 9 health. When the deck runs out... 2. All these examples. If you run through a deck of boss AI cards, flip the discarded boss card over. Do not shuffle the deck. The boss AI card can only be used like this 3 times before the boss fight times out. So basically, he's going to keep doing this 3 times, and then we lose. So he will attack me. So he's going to attack me. He's attacking me for 2, and I get to roll 2 defense. I block both of them. So timer's down to 2 more of his doing it. So I'm going to attack him. Not all 3 attacks on him. 1. That's 2. Woohoo! That is a 5er. What you got? You got nothing. That's 5 damage on you. He's down to 4 health. Second attack. Let's do it. Oh, buddy. This is the clincher. He blocked 3, which leaves me with 3. He blocked 3, so I gave him 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Last action. I have a second attack. I forgot my second attack. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. This is for the game, folks. Yeah, he's dead. Bonk. We win. So How that so that's basically, this game is supposed to go very, very fast. But how this game works, like I said, imagine it's me that was just kind of chasing them all over the board. But in multiplayer mode, when you have all knights out, and it's him, his special ability says, move King Knight to the space of the winning hero. King Knight knocks down that hero, then attacks them. So basically, when you play this, you would play this first card. He would hit everyone. Well, we would move, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. He wouldn't hit anybody. Then he would move to the person with the most coins, attack them, and knock them down. And that fight will keep going. So you can see how this can be kind of mayhem. But that is a game of Shovel Knight. It's supposed to be a fast game. You will die a lot. If for whatever reason, if you're playing co-op or competitive and there are 4 enemies in one and you're like, I can't, then you can't move, you have to find another way around to try to jump over stuff so people can actually get in your way to stop you from moving. Enemy, like if something's built up and it's here and there's a pit here and a pit here and you're like, oh, I need to move, you would do 1 and then you have to jump for 2 and you might die in that pit to where you'll start over, and then you have to jump again and you might die in that pit to where you start over and then you'll die again. So you're gonna die a lot in this game. If you're a bad dice roller, you're gonna die a lot in this game. You just got to get used to it. The other knights that are on here. Let's see. You get, these are the different knights, and they all have boss sides that if you want to fight them. There is the Spectre Knight, the Plague Knight, the Treasure Knight, the Mole Knight, the Polar Knight, the Propeller Knight, the Tinker Knight, the Enchantress, who cannot be played. She's just a straight up boss, so she cannot be played by anything else other than that. And then these are kind of extra add-ons for more challenge towards the game. Each one of them has their set of boss AI cards that comes with the game, if you get them, so I'm just kind of showing you that. There is a segment where certain areas lets you add more of a challenge to say, oh, you're in the throne room, but there's going to be a spike there. So you can add those spikes or these different areas to what you build out. You will get a bunch of these double-sided tiles that have different locations on them as you play. There is an enemy stat board, 2 enemy stat boards just in case, you know, you're at a big table, and tons of dice. And you get all that in the Mage Knight game that you set up. But that's pretty much it for the game. That's what it is. How about Good Night, the Midnight Christmas Night? But that's what it is. You get you basically play through the side scroller until you get to the boss, you defeat the boss, and you win. And then you reset it up and you play through the next boss. There's no campaign on this, but you can make one if you want by saying that you're going to take on, flip her back over, saying, okay, well, I'm just going to walk through these different ones. Because you have infinite lives, unless you're playing solo, you then play through all these different ones until you get to the end. And the Enchantress is the final boss. And you fight her, you win, you're good. Who would like this game? For my thoughts of it, who would like this game? I am not receiving any compensation for this, I don't think I am. I think this is a good family game. Like, if you have kids, I think this would be a fun game for them to play. It's very quick. Not a lot of things. It's just a bunch of dice chucking. You get to throw a bunch of dice, kill some monsters, get some cool stuff, die a lot, and the game isn't over until you get to the boss, and then the game over if it times out or you beat him, or you fall off the board, or you fall into a pit. So you get to go through that. So I think this is a good family game. People who won't like this game. Any game that really needs heavy set of strategy, this probably won't be for you. If you don't like dice luck, where yes, there is the potential for you to miss, or hey, I got this great strategy and it's thrown off because you tried to jump over a spike pit and you fall in and you die. The RNG is heavy, so that if that's really not something that really sings to you, this might not be the game for you. The luck, there's a lot of luck in this game in terms of how you move, the way things spawn, the different boards that come in, the way things slide. If you're playing competitive, or if you have gamers with you that play competitive that you don't play competitive, you might not find this a big hit for you. So this may be something that you might say, oh well, I'll pass on, I won't do that one, and it won't work. But like I said, it's a quick, I don't, would you call this a beer and pretzels game? Like, I'm curious, would you call this a beer and pretzels game? It's the price point on it. Oh, price point. This camera's going to follow me everywhere, and you're probably going to see my entire house by the time this thing's done. But let me see if I could find Panda Cult Games and Shovel Knight. And let's window capture, Shovel Knight, and show. All right, so on their website, this game is, here it is. It's $125 US for the full game, and which is everything that you saw played here today. I didn't add anything to it. But that's what you get. And I believe the 125 does include the miniatures. Yes, it does. The 125 does include the minis. So their V2 does include the miniatures. You will get Shovel Knight minis. You'll get the minis of everything that you saw here today. That's about 125. They were looking pretty good. They have this, which which they did send me with. They did send to me. So there's a pre-order for these new sets of minis that are coming in. This is kind of expensive, but I'm assuming because the printing process, and they're not a big studio, that they have to pass those savings on to us in some way. But you get four playable knights as well as bosses that you can fight. And then there's other things that you can get as well along with the game, but the base game is 125. The game that they are well known for is this one, which is the Wonder of the Cult of Barnacle Bay. That's sold out, so that's being reprinted. I would think, like, if you want to get everything, it'll probably be 221, but I don't think that you should, like, for me, I'd probably say this will get the family happy. Like, if you got some kids and you just have this will be enough. This is just additions for the completionists who want to have everything. But Cult of Barnacle Bay is the one that they're well known for. And let's take a look at BGG Shovel Knight. Hey, look, I already looked it up. For y'all. Come on. There we go. So, and I could zoom into this a little, I'm assuming. There we go. So, this got a 7.1 on Board Game Geek. So you can see its overall ranking. About 119 people played it, ratings, but that's if you care about these ratings. What I care about is, it says, community says 3 to 4 player really makes this game go. I think multiplayer is there if you want it. Solo variant is there if you want it, but I do think that this game really sings at 3 to 4 player. I agree with that. So if you've got kids, it'll be great for them. 2.43, as you can see, it wasn't hard to play. Right, it was really good. So 10 plus can play it. 30 to 45 minutes. We've been streaming for about an hour, and with stream count, I'd probably say that is an accurate count of how much it is, of how long it takes to play, and just a really good description of what it breaks down to. I know a lot of people like to. Sorry, let me go back over here. So if you look over here, it tells you just kind of the type of game it is that you're looking to that you're gonna get with what you have. You do get the minis with it sounds like, but this is what they look like in the package. The purples are the playable knights, the rest are the enemies. I've just painted most of them. So, um, and if you don't, well, before the first edition, they just had standees, and it was a cheaper price point. But now that there's minis that are getting, and these are the minis that you'll be getting, the minis look good. I can actually show you some of them. I'll show you the King Knight. So, see if I can make it zoom in. So this is him painted, but it still is a good, sharp-looking mini. You know, it still looks pretty decent for what you get. Let's see. This is if you want to see what they look like unpainted. See, they have their claw stacks, but they're still pretty decent sized. And they look good, right? The minis are pretty, they've got a pretty solid design. A little bit of, I'm not a mini aficionado, so I'm not going to say, oh, look, they have good articulations of the left coagulus. I'm just saying that they look pretty. It's a pretty good mini. It's a pretty good size. They're very well sculpted, and so they look fantastic. But yeah, that is it. That is Shovel Knight, and this is the Wandering Travelers pack that comes with Shovel Knight with more people that you can play with. And that's all. So let's head back up to the top. Yeah. So I wouldn't, like I said, my recommendation, my thoughts on it is that I would buy the base, play it with the kids, and let them have a blast of shoving each other into pits, competing for fun and having a good time, and then coming back to it to just kind of see how that shakes up. And I think that that will be the spot. I think this is a great game for families. A good game night game of just kind of going around smacking people about and stuff. Like, I would recommend this game to Steve over at Co-op Guild for him and his son and his wife to play, and Kim to play. I would recommend this for them. Like, I think they would enjoy it. As a solo gamer, I think that it has a shelf life for me. But multiplayer, I think that there could be a lot of replayability, a lot of good laughs, a lot of fun, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully you've enjoyed this playthrough. I know it's a shorter one, but hopefully you enjoyed it. You liked what you saw. I did make some mistakes, but that's okay. We make mistakes and we keep on trucking. But that's where we are. That's all I got. So this is going to be an interesting week of streams of what's coming up. Yeah. An interesting week of streams will be coming up. Thursday, I'm going to be playing something. It was going to be an Aeon's End Legacy, but Pac-Man can't make it. So I'm probably going to make that... I can't make it a kill Fortnite. It'll go too long, and I gotta work the next morning. But I'll play a game. I'll play some game on Thursday live, not on Tabletop Simulator, but live. So that's Thursday. Friday, I'll be doing Creel Manor on Tabletop Simulator, playing that. Then Sunday, it's back to Arkham. Oh yes, and the news that we got today about DC Heroes United. Yeah. We'll talk about that. Well, maybe that might be the thing I do Thursday. I grab Steve, pull him on this this side, and we chat about it. I don't know. We'll figure something out, but that's what it's going to be. Yeah. So I'm glad if this is a game that you enjoyed, hopefully it resonates with you. If it's not, that's okay. There's 10 billion bajillion other games that you can enjoy that we'll play through and see how that goes. I could do MU. I could do Marvel United. I'll do Marvel United on Thursday. We're not starting a Feast for Hemlock. We have to finish Circle Undone. So we have one more Circle Undone mission this Sunday, and then the following Sunday will be Feast for Hemlock. Starting that up. Yeah, I'll do Marvel United on Thursday. You don't know, Dan. You don't know. But there's tons of other games if this didn't resonate with you. Yeah, and I've been doing some shifting around in the play area here. As I said, hopefully you could see me a little bit more clearly. I need to stop this thing from tracking so it doesn't shift off and go crazy. But I do like that it keeps me centered. I do like that. I think that's all I got. So Marvel United Thursday, I'll get it scheduled. Yeah. Oh, Mark, Mark, my friend. Yeah, I've done a couple Marvel United playthroughs, just a little bit. But I will bring that to the channel. I'll figure out who I'm gonna play. It'll be a fun thing. I'll probably take on Carnage because I have to make up for that. I felt gross about that win, so I'll probably take on Carnage and see how it goes. All right. Cool. That's gonna be it. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. I'm ignoring you, Brian. And and I will see you Thursday for Marvel United where I take on Carnage, and I'll get that scheduled. But until then, I love you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Bye-bye.